Hi friends, we've talked so much about thinking about your first job, preparing about your first job, and finally we are at the interview stage. Today I want to talk more about the basics of an interview. You've been shortlisted, you've been given a chance to come and present yourself. Yes, you need to know the technical stuff, you need to know why you've applied for the job, but there are a lot of other basics that going into sealing the deal, into making that interview work in your favor. So what is an interview all about? It is really about meeting in person so that your interviewer, other than assessing your knowledge, gets to know, will I be comfortable working with that person? It's about really assessing if a rapport with you can be built. And all the basics that I'm going to be talking about are around all this today. Step 1. When you enter a room, do not reach out for a handshake unless your interviewer does. And if he or she does, please make sure you shake hand in a nice, warm, practiced manner. And I'm saying the word practiced for something as basic as a handshake. There are a lot of candidates, and I am probably one of the toughest interviewers. There are a lot of candidates I have simply written off just because of the way they shook my hand. There are some people who will come, reach out, and then really squeeze your fingers. And God forbid if your interviewer, like me, is wearing rings and that handshake really becomes a torture for the interviewer. It's painful. Please do not squeeze or apply your strength in a handshake. It's supposed to be firm. You don't want a very limp handshake where only half of your fingers are touching. Do a nice, proper handshake. Do not squeeze. Do not do this. Do not keep it limp. A firm handshake is what we are looking for. Don't have sweaty hands, right? Before you enter the interview room, make sure they're clean. Very basic, yet very important. The second one, again a major put off, and yes, no matter how good the resume, I have dismissed quite a few candidates simply because of body odor. There are many reasons why this could happen. No shame out here, it's important you fix it before it becomes a derailer for you. On the day of the interview or just a little before your interview, please make sure you take a bath. Use a light deodorant right where it's needed, not on the clothes, on the skin, on your armpits. Wear a freshly washed dress or shirt. It should not be recycled, carrying an old perfume not washed from a prior interview. It has to be freshly washed. It can be a basic dress or a shirt, but washed and clean. Do not wear an overwhelming perfume on the top of it. Just go clean, simply dressed. That's all that you need. The room should not be carrying an odor, a stench, or an overwhelming perfume distracting your interviewer. Any interviewer, any manager doesn't want a person who stinks in office, right? Thirdly, let's please try and wear clothes that still comfortably fit us. It could be, and it's very easy at the workplace and corporate environment for a lot of us to gain weight. A shirt that you bought last year, a dress that you bought last year might not be fitting you well today. Do not wear it. There are times when the buttons are popping out and you walk into the office, into the interview room. It becomes a distraction for the interviewer. One more thing, do not put on a blazer on ill-fitting clothes. I've had occasions, once I was interviewing for a senior position with my manager. It was winter time, but we had a heated office. We had a nice, promising candidate who walked in wearing a blazer. Well, it was winter, fair enough, but our office was very warm. And soon we saw that the candidate was sweating. My manager, in all good faith, said, "Why don't you take off your blazer?" Well, the candidate couldn't and got very comfortable. The reason being, he was wearing pretty tight clothes down below. When my manager insisted, he did try taking it off, and my manager midway had to tell him, "It's okay, just keep it on." When we realized his shirt was popping open, his tummy was protruding, so please do not do this. You don't have to invest in a very expensive wardrobe. You can even buy a simple plain shirt from a discount store but have the right clothes on. The next point, the fourth point, your body language. Right? When we're in the interview, do not keep looking up or down or here or wandering around when your interviewer is talking to you. Right? It's very important to be focused, to be looking at your interviewer and be present. Do not sway your hands. I've seen girls often do this. There's a lot of action happening. This and that. And it does become a lot, very distracting for the interviewer out there. Okay, let's talk next about body language. Do not sit, slouching down. Do not sit there with your eyes gazed on the table or looking at the ceiling, looking completely lost. Be comfortable. Like I said, your clothes should be comfortable so that you're not either spreading your legs wide open or trying to squeeze into them. You should be at ease, and your body language should show that you are today comfortable. You're feeling at ease over there to have a nice conversation, and nothing more than that. Let's talk about distractions. There can be so many distractions that can derail you from an interview. Wandering eyes, we are looking here and there while answering a question. We are moving all over. Suddenly your mobile phone either starts vibrating or ringing and you have to take it out of your pocket to switch it off. That's a big no-no. Switch it off before you walk in. Shaking your legs during an interview and the entire table is rattling as if there's an earthquake. Please don't do that. Do not sit cross-armed like this. It shows you're completely closed, either not confident of yourself or not interested where you are. You're not willing to let go. Do not do this. Do not fidget. Do not have a cell phone in hand that you're playing with, or a pen or an eraser. Do not pick up things from the interviewer's table. Just be comfortable. Okay, what next? My point number 6. And it's very important right from the time you enter the room to the time you say your goodbye. Do not forget to smile. Even if you cannot find the right answer to a question, a small smile, a humble smile here and there will help you sail through the interview. Remember, interview is about giving your interviewer the comfort that yes, we can work together, yes, we can make things happen. Without a smile, you simply cannot do it. After that, what is the next derailer? Sometimes we just let our nervousness take over us. While you're sitting over there right in front, being judged by 1 or 2 people or a panel, do not start second guessing the answers you're giving. Stay focused in the moment. Do not start assessing you right there. You can think over it once you've left the room. Listen to the question. Just know when to take a pause. Do not ramble. Do not start talking too fast. In nervousness, a lot of times people do that. Practice before you go. If you feel you're talking too fast, maybe you can stop, ask for a glass of water. That will help you calm yourself down. My last tip, before you go for that final sealing the deal, practice, practice and practice. Record yourself. And if that's not working, find a good mentor. Find a good coach who can assess you, give you the right tips, and really help you seal that deal, get that beautiful job that you really wanted. If you have any questions, any comments, feel free to write into me, drop your comments, or email me at richa.corporatediaries@gmail.com. Thanks a lot.